So today I'm going to present about what is oil palm. Oil palm, or the scientific name of oil palm, which is Elais guineaceae, is an African tree in the palm family, which is Araceae, cultivated as a source of soil. In 2014, 36% of global oil produced from oil crops, while in 2015, humans consumed about 7.7 kilograms of palm oils per person, creating more demand on the supply, encouraging the growth of oil palm plantations in the tropical countries. In 2018, a report by the International Union for Conservation of Nature acknowledged that palm oil is much more efficient than other oils in terms of land and water usage. The biggest global producer of palm oil are Indonesia, who produced 60% of it in 2022, which is last 3 years, and followed by our country, Malaysia, our neighbor Thailand, and Nigeria. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, now I want to talk about the uses of oil palm. First of all, fiber and shells are waste byproduct after the oil palm fruit has been crushed to extract the crude palm oil. They are then collected and can be used as boiler fuel in the mills. Next, we have the oil palm fruit's flesh, also known as mesocarp, is extracted for palm oil, and the kernel in the center of the fruit can also be extracted for palm kernel oil. Both palm and palm kernel oil are used in many household products, such as cooking oil and detergents. The third one is oil palm trees that have been felled can be used as basic material for making furniture. The last but not least is the empty fruit bunches, chopped leaves, and pruned midrib can be used and applied as organic fertilizer for other plantations. Thank you for listening.
Next, I will go through about benefit of oil palm. Oil palm are significantly more efficient than other oil producing crop. First, as you can see on slide, oil palm trees produce a significant amount of oil per hectare compared to other oil bearing crop. A single hectare of land can produce 4.17 metric ton of palm oil compared to just 0.56 ton of sunflower oil and 0.39 ton of soybean oil. Secondly, is oil palm cultivation can be economically beneficial. Why I say like that? It was because for tropical region, especially where the plant thrive, it provide job for many individuals involved in planting, harvesting, and processing palm oil. So it can provide a source of income for farmer and plantation owner. Last but not least, is environment efficiency. Compared to other oil crop, palm oil require less land to produce the same amount of oil, potentially reducing pressure on forests and other ecosystem.
Now, I will discuss about the oil palm effects to the environment. Firstly, it has become a threat to biodiversity. When oil palm cultivated as monocrop, it will cause loss of biodiversity since oil palm is replacing the native vegetation. Next, forest fires and carbon dioxide. Oil palm plantations are major contributor to forest fires and periodic haze. Moreover, disturbance in humid tropical forests makes them more vulnerable to fire because of the drying effect of the opened canopy and greater amounts of dead woody debris. Next, occasional but catastrophic fires on peatland can release immense quantities of carbon into the atmosphere from peat combustion. Oil palm cultivation comprises of 16% of the total land mass of Malaysia. The total land mass being 32.86 million hectares poses an insignificant threat to the environment. The palm plantation is also capable of storing carbon both above as well as below the ground. Next, deforestation. Forest removal is a major means of establishing an expansion of palm plantations. The land is locked to give way to oil palm plantations. Land usage by oil palm is approximately 8.5 million hectares. The increased expansion of palm plantation has a significant negative impact on reserve forest depletion.
Hi everyone! So we are already learned about how palm oil tree can affect the environment. So here I am to talk about how to protect biodiversity from palm oil tree. Firstly, by high conservative value assessment (HCV), we can identify and protect areas of significant biodiversity and ecosystem value within or around oil palm plantation. HCV are defined as biological, ecological, social, and cultural values which are considered outstandingly significant or critically important at the national, regional, or global level. Next, by biodiversity monitoring, we can implement regular biodiversity monitoring programs to assess the impact of oil palm cultivation on local flora and fauna. We can use this information to guide management decision and conservation efforts. And lastly, habitat restoration. Implement habitat restoration project to rehabilitate degraded areas within or around all palm plantation so we can use native plant species to restore ecosystem function and support local biodiversity. Well, that's all from me. Let's go to the next slide, shall we?
Malaysia Oil Palm Company. Firstly, the world's largest palm oil company, Samdali Berhad, is based in Malaysia and has a wide range of business ventures such as plantation, real estate development, automotive, and industrial segment. It is the one of the biggest palm oil corporations in the world and having been founded in 1910 and having a major impact on palm oil outputs. Samdali operates plantation in several countries and cover a large geographic regions. Other than that, IOI Corporation Berhad is a Malaysia multinational conglomerate with interests in various industries including palm oil production. IOI is one of the largest palm oil companies globally involved in the cultivating, processing, and marketing of palm oil production. The company has faced many problems for their environmental practice including accusation of deforestation and unsustainable practice in the past. However, it has also made commitment to sustainability and has implemented initiatives to address this concern, such as adopting sustainable palm oil practice. The company approach to sustainable and environmental responsible remains a topic of discussion and monitoring within broader context of the palm oil industry. Next, Kuala Lumpur Kepung Berhad. Kuala Lumpur Kepung Berhad (KLK) is another prominent Malaysian multinational conglomerate with a significant interest in palm oil industry. Similar to IOI, KLK own and manage extensive palm oil plantation in Malaysia and Indonesia. Has over 3,100 hectares of land bank. The company plantation serve as crucial source of raw material for its palm oil production. KLK also operates palm oil mills for processing of fresh fruit branches into crude palm oil and palm kernel oil. Last but not least, agribusiness firm Velda Global Venture Holding Berhad (FGV) is based in Malaysia and primarily serves all palm sector. One of the biggest producer of crude palm oil is FGV. Additionally, FGV makes palm oil kernels, which is made from the oil palm fruit seeds. FGV probably produces a downstream palm oil product in addition to CPO and PKO. This can serve both domestic and foreign markets and including cooking oil, margarine, refined palm oil, and specialty fats. Given that palm oil is renewable, FGV may have a role in biodiesel production process. That's all.
Despite Malaysia's oil palm industry immense potential, a number of concerns are thought to have a big impact on its boastfulness. The oil palm plantation has affected the environment in several ways. It has become a threat to biodiversity, has become the root of forest fires and excess carbon dioxide gas emission and deforestation. Some of the ways to curb these issues are by conducting high conservation value HCV assessment, implement regular biodiversity monitoring programs, and implement habitat restoration projects. Our actions are important in order to protect our biodiversity, habitats, and environment.